welcome Mason Copeland of FranChoice. Mason, you are an 1851 2022 top franchise broker. Congratulations.
Well, thank you so much. It's exciting.
Absolutely. Well, we're glad to have you. And so, Mason, we have a couple questions for you today because,
Sure.
what does it take to be a great franchise broker? What makes you, do you think, successful?
Wow, what a great question. I think it takes professionalism, humility, patience. Kind of the golden rule is what I operate by. So, what would I want as an experience working with someone? So, really think about the person you're working with first. It's all about them and helping them, potentially achieve their goals.
Absolutely. And so, my next question for you today is what advice would you give to people breaking in to the broker business? Because I have to tell you, you were peer nominated. And I want to tell you real quick what someone said about you.
Yeah.
Mason Copeland is a great consultant and coach. He helps his people clearly identify their skills and abilities and puts them in touch with businesses so that they can achieve their dreams. So someone said that about you, who's also a franchise broker. So,
Wow.
what kind of advice do you have for people who are just trying to break in?
I think be yourself and always think of the candidate first. This is scary. They're in corporate America. They've always thought about owning a business. My philosophy is what I would coach other people to do is, everyone's different. Really take the time to learn an individual. What are their goals and visions? Work-life balance. It's not just about the money. What are they good at? What are they passionate about? And if you can get the model down and really focus in on that individual by using integrity and humility and patience, we have nothing to sell. If you do things for the right reason, the outcomes are great for everyone.
Well, I love that you say you live by the golden rule. It would be nice in business to work with everyone who thought that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I read a great book recently called The Go Giver. It's all about abundance. It's all about doing things for the right reasons and good things happen. So I'm a huge believer in that.
Talking about good questions. That's a really good
Yeah.
question to ask people. What are you reading? Are there other things that you're reading currently?
I tend to read mystery novels and things like that. Nothing in a while, and I read business books. I can recommend some great business books. The E Myth Revisited is one of my favorites of all time. Street Smart Franchising by Joe Matthews is phenomenal. But yeah, I am a reader, but I do as much fiction reading as I do business reading. Kind of the great escape, right?
Right. That's what I was going to say. Sometimes it's good to
Yeah,
step away.
yeah.
So, what advice do you have for franchisors who are looking to bring in more franchisees and better franchisees?
Yeah, it comes down to culture. It comes down to integrity. How strong is your team? If you're a great leader, if you're the CEO, you want to bring in people that genuinely care. As I alluded to before, it's a scary thing for people to contemplate leaving corporate America. So, you really want to make sure that you support your people. You have, great, best practices, systems, refinements. But I think it comes down to people. Do you have a team that can genuinely support these people, especially in the first critical 12 months where they're going through that learning curve of, oh my God, what have I done? That's the formula for success, and then the validation follows.
That's wonderful. Tell us a little bit about your story. What's your background?
Yeah, so I've never worked for someone else other than for a couple years once I sold my company, but went to university, took finance and business in university. In my early 20s, I started a company called Microplay Video Games, and we were more lucky than good. So by the time I was 26 years old, we had a couple hundred franchise owners. I hired smart people, smarter than me, and we grew a system in Canada, the U.S., the U.K. In video games. Now I've learned a lot since then, and again, like I said, we were more lucky than good. And I divested my interests in that business after about 10 years, but I stayed in franchising And for the last 19 years, I've been a franchise coach, and I love it. I love helping people.
It's telling that you could have just retired. You could have
Yeah.
just, gotten out of the business, but it looks like your passion and your heart are there for staying in. I mean, to do 19 years, right?
Yeah, I scare my wife sometimes. I'm turning 60 in a couple weeks, and I think I'm going to be doing this while I'm 75. I've got some colleagues in their 70s. Now, I might not work 40 hours a week, 40 weeks a year, might be a little bit less. But when you have a passion for what you do and you
Mhm.
genuinely feel like you're helping people, that's the whole game. I'm not going to be golfing, all day long anytime soon. So
Well, one of these days you'll get through your stack of books to read
there
too,
you go.
right?
That's right.
Well, so what does winning look like for you?
I'm a big believer in abundance. I've said that before. Winning for everyone. It's not just, I think of myself last. So, is the franchisor winning? Is the franchisee winning? It's a mutual evaluation process, but you want to have great people with aligned goals. And so I feel like, if people win, I win. And I guess by extension, customers of great franchise systems win as well. When you have, great brands, great systems, great outcomes for everyone. So success is about everyone. And yeah, that's my philosophy.
Well, I have to tell you, we talked to a lot of the great franchisees right there. Here we go.
Yeah, yeah,
We talked to a lot of them, and
yeah.
they have nothing but great things to say about you brokers and how supportive you guys are. And so, way to go, Mason Copeland, 2022 Franchise Broker Award. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Jody. It's a pleasure. It's an honor. I'm humbled by it, and I really appreciate appreciate you recognizing what we do.